I think like a lot of people don't realize is that like a lot of this stuff has been happening for a very, very long time. And there's actually like at least 100 years or so of like this history in the US with anti-Asian racism. Um, so there's like a lot of like almost foundational like stuff here. And it's not just something that just started happening out of nowhere. Like it's like literally like, yeah, I mean, the yellow peril myth or yellow peril like stereotype, the model minority myth, all these sort of things. Yeah,
I heard a narrative after the shooting that was kind of, I think it was maybe an actor or someone, an Asian American actor maybe, coming out and like speaking on the issue and just saying that we're no longer going to stay silent about it. So like, that was kind of him like getting people, and like he went through the history as well, like a significant amount of it, to show people exactly what you were just saying and to get people to understand that pretty much like he was saying that as a group, which, is annoying anyway, but like, as a group, people were staying silent generally about these issues and that it was time to no longer stay silent. And, that's part of building solidarity as well, is making sure that everyone's educated about these issues so that then people understand what it is, what the foundational reasons are for us actually working towards change.
There's like another aspect of this too, right? But like a lot of people don't know about not only like, Asian American history, and also like a lot of the sort of atrocities that have happened, over the past like century or so, but also there's not a lot of people know, but like it's not exactly like 100% all right also within the Asian American community, in the sense that the Asian American label was established more as like a political bloc. I want to say like back in the 70s or 80s, I think. And especially like, I want to say after Vincent Chin's like murder, especially, I think. But I might be wrong about that history. But in any case, but there's so many disparate identities within that huge Asian American bloc. And the rough division that is within the Asian American community is kind of divided between jungle Asians and fancy Asians.
I have never heard this before, which I am so surprised about that I've never heard those terms. Can you break it down for me?
Yeah. So, for example, like Southeast Asian countries are kind of considered jungle Asians, where we're often like, in poorer, coming from poorer backgrounds, or like our roles in some of the other Asian countries are like as caretakers or whatever else. I know specifically in the Philippines, we have such like a huge overseas worker population that, we're seen basically everywhere as like nurses or like maids or whatever else. People have often compared us to Mexicans in terms of how we're oriented in Asia in that sense. And there's actually this really amazing book called Latinos of Asia, I believe, which is by this professor named Anthony Ocampo. And there's that aspect of it. And also just like, in American.
So wait though, who are the fancy Asians?
Fancy Asians, they're like, the richer, like Singaporeans, like richer, Hong Kong folks, for example, or like, like Koreans or Japanese people, for example, stuff like that. It's obviously like kind of like a really, really rough sort of division. But
I just have never even heard about it before, which I have heard of divisions within the Asian American community, but it's never been described to me in that way. So thank you for bringing that to the table. I appreciate the education.
I guess like, if we were to like go slightly deeper than that, right? I mean, there's like a lot of memes and all this sort of stuff too around this, but there's like memes, for example, of like East Asians like kind of like taking a stage, and then there's like Southeast Asians and South Asians in the background getting dragged away by like pace or something. And
I'd never seen anything like that.
it's I don't know like how to explain the meme. It's just kind of like East Asians.
No, you explained it. I just have no. I think that was clear. I just like have never seen anything like that. That's crazy.
Yeah. No. I guess me personally, it's been like hard to even just like talk about aspects of like my own culture, right? Even within like the Asian American community, and much less like in the greater American community, talking about Asian American issues. That's also like relatively invisible. Yeah.
And just it's no different in the Black American community as well. Like we have division within the Black community as well. Obviously, I mean it's on display for everyone to see pretty much. But I think mostly it's solidarity. But we've got our stuff too. So race is a complicated issue, y'all. It's not simple and it's not basic, and that's why we have these shows and these long form conversations so that people can understand more thoroughly what these issues are about, why people are taking such radical action in order to deal with it. Because what we're fighting against is extremely powerful. And like Ian was saying earlier, it's being cemented into our systems. And that is something that we can't allow to happen, because if we allow that, it's just going to create eternal conflict, and that's the path that we're kind of on right now. So we got to do something to turn the ship around so that we don't end up going down that path. Thanks for watching. For access to the full-length conversation and all of the 2-hour-long unedited conversations that I've had on race, click the support link in the description below. Thanks for your support, and see you next time.